Greetings, fellow mayors. This is Captain Obvious, and welcome back to Hilly Strait City. In today's episode, we are going to increase tourism while improving public transportation. First, let's check the current state of the city. We have about 1,600 weekly tourists at more or less 15% high wealth tourists, and about 1,000 tourists using public transportation, thus helping improve our traffic flow at 91%, 92 at 53,000 population. Okay, let's check out our current setup. So we have a ferry pier, we have a compact bus station, and we have a elevated platform train station. So that's a lot of transport, and we also have a tram line right here. I am going to replace this with a new hub, which is the Harbor Bus Monorail Hub. So it basically has these two things, but it also includes a monorail. So let's go ahead and add it in. So to align this, I am going to use the keys. So I'm just gonna plop it in, and hopefully, yeah, there you go. So it's at least it's aligned, and I'm looking at the where the monorail is, and there's also a very small road where it turns left. Yeah, so this thing is very odd, but we can't really do anything about it. So there it is, and it feels like it is in a good spot. So let's go ahead and connect it to the road. So we have this monorail track on two-lane road. So this should work perfectly here. Now, since this is a monorail, I'm going to be using the monorail tracks on 6-lane road. So this is very intense. All right, look at that. Looks very fancy. Okay, before we kind of reconfigure everything here, I also want to add another hub on this side. So you can see this is a little, how do you say this? It's a little crazy because we have a tram, we have a tram track here, we have a train track here, and this area could use another station. And we are gonna use this bus train tram hub from the Snowfall DLC. Oh, by the way, this one here, this is from the Mass Transit DLC. So this is really good. So it's a combination of a tram, a bus, and a train station. So all right, so I need to figure out how we are going to align it. So I need to make sure, so this is part of this thing. So let's go ahead and kind of reconfigure. Okay, let's look a little closer. So I can see that the train is the one that's elevated, but I don't necessarily want to connect it here, so I'm going to create a road on the other side. So this looks like a perfect location, so I am gonna go ahead and plop it down. So we have our elevated train, we have our tram right here, and all we need to do is just reconnect everything. So I'm gonna keep things on pause. So from here we have this market station, and it has 4 tracks, and it looks like I can connect this together with this one. These things are connected there, so yeah, this is a pretty good idea. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so let's look what we have. So this is connected to here, and we got this thing that is connected there to this other station. And now let's go ahead and connect this tram road. Okay, so now this tram track has to connect to this one, and I want to make this straight. So we have a lot of bridges here, but I think this should be the primary bridge, this highway. So we are going to invert this interchange, or at least the bridges. Okay, so I think this is a lot better than it was before, where we had like the tracks going above, but now it's just the highway that is elevated. Oh, I need to dig this a little further or deeper. Okay, that looks definitely a lot cleaner. I enjoy this much more than before, and we're kind of all over the place. So I went from here, then we went there, went here, and now we're gonna go back to this one. So with that said, I could actually start the simulation. So let's go ahead and play that. So this should activate, and these guys should reconfigure. So right now they don't detect, or let's go ×3 speed. Okay, there you go. So that should fix itself. I'm guessing this would also fix. All right, there you go. So nothing to panic. However, I want to extend or relocate this to around here, and then we're gonna create a path there. I'm going to drag this and bring it a little closer. So the idea is when the passengers from here, all they need to do is go through this pedestrian path in order to go across, because vehicles are going to be going this way, and then they're going to do a U-turn in order to, go around where they want to go, while this one will immediately direct them to this station. So let's wait for this to activate. So I am waiting, or we are waiting for a cruise ship. Okay, here's our first cruise ship. It has 85, then 100, and let's see where they go. So they're going here, and they're immediately going to take this stop or go across. Or I'm guessing it's gonna go here. We do have some pocket cars, or only some, not so many. Okay, let's check again. Okay, we do have quite a few pocket cars, but let's wait for all the trams to come, because right now I don't see any tram going this way for some reason. Let's just go ahead and continue. So this is a monorail with tram on a 6-lane road, which is amazing. So let's go ahead and upgrade this. So now we have to decide where our next monorail stop will be. So of course this is one stop. We could have one around here. So these are high density residential. So if we added one here, that would help reduce these guys from using their cars. So I am going to extend it up to here, I guess. So we're gonna demolish this. And then we need a new stop. So let's go ahead and find one. Let's find the monorail with road. No, there's another type. All right, here it is. Monorail Tram Hub with road. Okay, there we are. And now where is this gonna go? A good stop. So we have a lot of transportation network. So this goes here. So this is another train station, but we don't have anything here. We do have a train station here, so this is connected to that one. This looks like a good location for a monorail hub. So I'm going to make this curve. Okay, that looks good. This one is a little... Yeah, I think I should make this curve a little better. Okay, looking good so far. For now, I'm just gonna stop it here because we have a lot of residential and I am I am everywhere. So I want to restrict myself into one location. So let's go ahead and get back to this. This thing I think is doing well. There you go. So we have some trams coming in. All right, so that kind of helped reduce the pocket cars. Yep, so they're going here. Wow, a lot of them still wants to go to this side for some reason. I don't know. We're gonna have to see after a while. Let's go ahead and decorate this area. Okay, so let's go ahead and kind of reconfigure this area. So these parking lots are from the local and organic produce commercial area, and this is now obsolete since we now have the actual ploppable parking lot. So let's go ahead and remove this and add in our own parking lot. Alright, so with this space here, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to zone in high density commercial. So we have some districts that is making this local and organic, so I need to remove it from this area. Alright, then we are going to zone in high density. So we are going to select specifically where we're gonna place them. Okay, I think this is pretty much done here. So the reason why I made this into high density is to help bring in more tourists, or at least the wealthy. So if you have a lot of low density commercial, that will bring in low income tourists. So the more high density you have, the more high wealth you will have. All right, so let's go ahead and kind of do the same thing on this side. I see a lot of tram traffic for some reason. Let's go ahead and check out why. We have 49 for some reason. All right, let's fix that. Yeah, that is very peculiar and why we have that many. Yeah, so let's just delete the line and just redo it. And this has a lot. So let's go ahead and change the type. Let's make this to, yeah, let's maximize it. So I'm going to be using this one. We're going to wait for that one, or at least wait for the vehicles to come in. So they have to reset. Let's go ahead and put in the other direction. So it's going there. So we have a stop on this side. So let's just make the other direction. Okay, so we have our tram route. We have one here, or a stop here, there, over here, and then back to our hub. Let's go ahead and add in our buses as well. So this is a bus hub. So I am going to create one here so the way I create my bus routes, so this is on the outside, right? I'm going to create our bus route within. Okay, so that is one, and we're gonna add another one kind of in the same vicinity but more inward. Okay, that made everyone there happy. Oh, speaking of which, yeah, so there's a lot of things we need to do in this episode. So I need to increase our population because I am trying to reach the final milestone. So it's only up to 60. So we need around 6K more pop. And with that, what would happen is I am able to finally do our harbor that I've been mentioning for how long now. And I need 2 tiles for this. So I got one, and then the last one will be here, and I'll be able to work on that one. So with that said, I am going to zone or rezone this into high density. I really wanted to wait for the Brooklyn and Queens content creator pack, but I think we'll just use that on the next DLC, because right now I really want to have progress of the city. So yeah, right now I am dezoning the low density, and we are going to convert them to high density, which is safe, but never do that with high density. It's a bad idea to do so. Only do it with low density. Oh, these guys are self-sufficient buildings. I do not want that. I just want the regular one. So I am going to dezone this. Wow, we already have a upset resident. I mean, he's like, if you're gonna kick us out, I'm gonna burn the place down. That's what it seems of what he is thinking. Okay, so we're gonna let the transportation go around. Oh, the other thing that I wanted to do was change the buses, right? So we got cool new buses. So let's go for, I like the double-decker bus. I think those are really cool. So there are 2 different models and the capacity are different. So I'm just going to use them both. All right, so it's going to reconfigure. So there's a lot of things that's going to kind of settle in. Let's check our stats. So we don't have a lot of death waves, which is great, right? Considering that we're already at 53,000 pop. Let's go back and reconfigure this. And again, I am moving away from the local and organic produce. So I am going to make them into high density. So again, attract more high wealth tourists. So when it comes to the high density zoning, if you put it in a corner, these guys appear and I don't really like them. So I'm gonna create a space before so it doesn't make like an actual corner. So we have some residential on this side. So instead of zoning here, I am just going to make this kind of like a park. So we're just gonna put in some trees and pathways. Okay, so we have buses, we have tram stops. What we don't have is train stops. So let's go ahead and add that in. So this, of course, goes there. I just need to create new stops. Yeah, so the next one should stop there, and I think we are pretty much good on this side. Let's just go ahead and fill these spaces out. So I noticed there's a lot of traffic here simply because there is a tram that goes here every once in a while. And again, this should be avoided. So I'm going to convert this into a road. And then we're going to make this into a pedestrian. Well, it seems like it just relocated it, but I guess we'll just see what happens. Let's just go ahead and continue filling this area out. Okay, let's spruce up this interchange. So we created these bridges, and now the bottom part is feeling a little bland. So let's go ahead and kind of improve the layout. First things first, let's go ahead and move this a little closer. Okay, so at least now this looks better than before, and we can proceed to decorate this area with some vegetation. Now actually, before we do that, so since this area is flat, I am going to elevate the terrain. So it creates cracks, and then we are going to use the softened terrain just to bring it back down. Okay, so we have these natural cracks, and let's just add in a few rocks. Okay, looking good so far. And now let's just improve the journey going across this interchange. Okay, that is looking good. Let's return to this, and what I missed to add are bus routes. So let's go ahead and add that. Okay, hey, look at that. It's using both. Oh, that's very cool. All right, so we've added in the new bus routes. Let's go ahead and change their bus type. Since it's a very short journey, I'm gonna use the smallest capacity, which are the mini bus. So before we end the episode, we're gonna check if everything is sufficient, meaning that we don't have like a super number of passengers waiting, and we could probably reduce the number. So for instance, this one, it's using, what is this, what model is this? I think this is just the 100. We don't need 100. Okay, I think we've adjusted that one. We're not gonna check the others. We're just gonna continue. I get easily distracted from things that divert my attention. Okay, so the last thing that I want to do in this area, oh, by the way, this side is reserved for when the new DLC comes out. I may put in the warehouse cargo station, so I think that will be cool. And the reason why I want to put a warehouse cargo station is because it's in the corner of the map. So that's pretty much a good area to put in cargo station so that they don't have to travel so far, considering our industry is here. So you got to plan things. Oh, damn, look at that. That is a lot of tourists. We are definitely ready for the new DLC. All right, so the thing that I wanted to do here was add in the... what I wanted to do here is... See this thing where people are crossing, right? I want to reduce this crossing or remove it completely. So with that said, we are going to create pedestrian bridges, and I'm going to remove this so they don't have an option to cross from here. And we are also going to upgrade or start our nature reserve, or to have it upgrade. So I am just gonna create gates. So from here we have this. This is the normal park, or I think this is the nature reserve. So I'm just going to remove it, and so we can have space for a new one. And it will go all the way to the other side. Okay, so we have our main gate, and all I need to do is just expand it and make it go to the other side. And the goal of this is just to have it upgrade easily and quickly. So for example, this one here, I am using the zoo gates, and I only have gates, that's it. And we already have 27, or 287 visitors. So that means this is basically already level 5 without having any building. So if I want to level this up, if we look at the area, so it's level 3, and if I wanted to level it up, so this is a good area because there's like nothing there. So let's go ahead and upgrade that. So here, let's add in some zoo items. Let's make sure that the game is playing. And there you go, it leveled up 1. How many do we need? 2, right? Entertainment, we just need, yeah, just 1 more. And there you go. Now it's level 5. It's a level 5 park, and we didn't need to create like a huge area. And now I can just delete this. And when the new DLC comes out with a new park area, we are going to officially create our zoo. So that's the same idea that I'm gonna have for this. I just want to create gates in order to have this level up. Okay, so let's go see if it works. So the idea is they're gonna take this, go across, either go to the train station or just over here. We need to move the tram stops. Okay, there you go. We have some people going across. And that should help reduce the number of people crossing here. Well, hopefully, they haven't gotten the memo that this is now available. Oh, I see what's going on. So there are 2 harbors here. So the passengers from this side are taking this, and the passengers from this side are taking this one. I didn't anticipate that. I thought it was all just on the right side. So I was really hoping to reach the final milestone before the end of this episode, but I think we've done a lot already. And so let's go ahead and check the fruits of our labor. So our tourists are we now have 1,400 tourists taking public transportation, and we have almost 25% of the high wealth tourists, and we've increased our city attractiveness by 1%. So that's a step moving forward. I was hoping for more, but I guess we were kind of scattered doing things. For instance, I didn't do or upgrade this area. We didn't make it like this interchange, so that is something to do in the next episode. And lastly, of course, we want to reach that final milestone. All right, let's check out the efficiency of our transportation, specifically the buses, because these things are tricky to use. A lot of people have a hard time. So I'm using the lowest capacity, and this has no issue. So that's line 5. This one also has no issues. So what we're doing is we're comparing the number of passengers on stops and the capacity of each vehicle, if it's more or less full. So this is the other one where we're using the minibus with just 20 capacity, and it's having no issues. I could actually reduce the number, and that should suffice. Let's check the next one. This also has no issues. We could even lower the capacity. This one also no issue, and we're using the double-decker bus. This pretty much the same story. Let's check our trams. Trams look pretty good. Okay, this one has quite a few, but I think we just need to add 2 more, and that should solve it without any further problems. This one, yeah, no problem here. Okay, this is good. This is also good. And yep, there you go. It seems like it's fine. Train station should never have any issues because the capacity can simply take them. So we're not gonna go through this because there's absolutely no one should have any issues with trains. Oh, before I forget, so in the previous episode, when we created this and we made this into a pedestrian street, this had an alert of garbage and other issues. So again, there's not a lot of pocket cars. Well, there's a few. I don't know why, but at least it's not as intensive as before. But either way, the alert or the garbage issue here resolved itself. So I guess it was just a delivery delay, and I didn't do anything specific. So if we check, yeah, see, there's no zoning here. I could even remove this. Yeah, this is not pedestrian, right? This is just normal district. So yeah, that wasn't an issue after all. So it was just a delay. Next week, Hotels and Retreats DLC, Industrial Evolution, and Brooklyn Queens content creator packs are releasing on the 23rd of May. And these will be the final official vanilla content for City Skylines 1. Our tourists are ready to book into the hotels, and we are going to see how much weekly income we can earn from this DLC. This is Captain Obvious. Thank you for watching and for choosing to fly with Obvious Airlines. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next flight.